Hi guys, so today's video I thought I would film a very unexpected update. It was not something I had planned, but yesterday on the 27th of July, this little boy was born. So this is his mum and this is Flower. So she is one of my foster girls, and if you guys didn't know his situation, so she basically came from a situation that wasn't very good, where she was basically being overbred. And her last litter, she would have literally just been separated from them because she was still lactating and things. But obviously we knew that there was a very slight risk that she would be pregnant again, because when she came to us, she did come to us with an uncastrated male who was Boris. So obviously we knew that there was a risk that a pregnancy could be coming. And then she started showing signs really heavily about a week ago that she was pregnant. So we have just kind of been giving her a little bit extra, kind of just been checking on her a little bit more. Originally, because of how big she did get, I genuinely thought she was like pregnant with 5 minimum. And then she had this very big male pup. So I walked into the room yesterday morning, her and Ollie, my castrated male, because she lives in Ollie's group, was sat in the litter tray together, and then all of a sudden I could see this big white thing sitting behind her, just staring at me, and I was like, oh, she's got a baby boy. So yeah, so she's about 2.5, 3. So because she's had pups before, it seemed like it was quite an easy labour and delivery, partially just because when girls haven't had babies, once they hit about 11 months giving birth, is actually really dangerous because their pelvic bone does fuse together. So normally I've never done a haired birth before whenever we've had a baby born here, but this time I was like, the group is pretty settled. Ollie's quite a good neutered boar and she is an experienced mum, so why not try a haired birth? Because from her previous owners, what I'd heard was she was not very good with birthing. She just wasn't a very good mum. So for the first 24 hours she actually didn't lactate. She only actually started lactating this morning, which isn't the best thing in the world. So obviously I was having to hand feed him goat's milk. But yeah, he is so far doing so good. The plans for him is I genuinely don't know. Same with mum. Not sure whether mum's staying, not sure whether we are mum's forever home or not. But obviously he will stay for the next 6 weeks at least. But with him being a male, he will have to be separated from mum and the other sows at about 3 weeks, sorry, because males can get mum pregnant as early as 3 weeks. So don't really want to risk that. So the plan is either we're going to separate and put him with Ollie until he hits 3 months and then get him castrated, or he will be going with Florence, one of my spayed girls, or potentially if any of my other girls get spayed, because a couple of them are looking like they need to be spayed. So we're looking at potentially, he does have a couple of options in terms of companionship, but he will remain in the herd as long as everybody's okay with it. Like, so far nobody's really bothered. The other girls are a bit like, what is this? But yeah, no, so far nobody's really that bothered. But yeah, no, so the plan is him and mum will remain in the herd for the next 3 weeks, and then we will make a decision going off that. So we quite like the name Perry for him, or I was really liking the name Ralph for him. I don't know why. It's just when you've had so many guinea pigs, like, you struggle to name after a little bit, because it's like, who should you call what? Because you've already used the name probably about 10 times. So he is a Texel alpaca guinea pig, sort of. So yeah, I'll just go show you guys here. I don't think he's nursing at the moment, but he is a really, really big boy. He just looks annoyed all the time. So yeah, we're not sure that he's going to have a male friend, whether he's going to have female friends. But yeah, he's a big guy. Like, he's a pretty decent sized pup. But yeah, that is just him and his little life update. Mum did give birth inside one of the litter trays, so he just does kind of live in a Fair Plus 120 at the moment, because my pigs have Fair Plus 120s as litter trays, and they have like a floor to run about in. So he just kind of sits in the Fair Plus 120, and Mum visits him to feed him and then leaves him be again. I think he's actually nursing. There he is. He's actually nursing off there. So yeah, that is just him. This is nothing to worry about. I was speaking to some vets at work, it's because he has a long hair and he's a bit curly. They do look a little bit bald on the bum, especially white pigs. So yeah, that is just him. Thank you guys for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.